It was a warm Monday morning. On that day, I had come to school early because I had lots of work to do. The first term of the school year was just beginning. So, there were lots and lots of things to put together. I had already prepared my curriculum mapping for the whole year. The next thing I had to do was to go to class and distribute them to my students. I was coming back from class when I met this particular student who had been showing a lot of interest in me. I called her Talker because she talked a lot. Whenever you saw her, you were sure of meeting her talking. Even the pictures that I had of her, her mouth showed that she was talking. I could still remember the first day she walked up to me to have a conversation. I was in my office, half asleep, minding my own business when the door opened and she walked in without knocking. Upset, I reprimanded her immediately. "Talker, you came in without knocking," I said, trying to hold back my anger. "Oh, I am sorry, sir. Let me go back and knock properly," she spoke. "No, that is all right. Please, come in and sit down." "Okay, thank you," she spoke, sitting down on one of the two chairs opposite my desk. I was typing something on my laptop. So, she waited until I was done before transferring my focus on her. "So, Talker, how may I be of help to you?" I asked. "Sir, I came to tell you something. I hope you can keep it a secret." "Of course, I can. I mean, I will." "Okay, sir, me and my friend Nadine are crushing on some boys in school." She spoke shyly. "Really? But I think you should be concentrating on your bookwork instead. Leave boys alone," I lectured. "Ah, sir, you are behaving as if you were not a student once. Can someone control these kinds of things?" "Definitely no." "So, how is it doing you?" "Sir, whenever I see him, my heart skips. I don't know what to do. Please, tell me what to do." "Does he know you are crushing on him?" "No, and that makes it worse." "Gosh. I could be here crushing on someone who may not even like me. Maybe he even has a girlfriend." She grieved. "That is a possibility." I answered offhandedly. "Sir, please, I need a solution. That is not my job as your teacher. As your teacher, I am supposed to teach you good morals. Besides, I don't have any expertise in this kind of things." "How can you say that, sir?" "So, do you want to tell me that no girl has ever crushed on you, especially in your younger days?" "Of course, they have," I replied. "So, tell me your experience, sir." I looked at her for a few seconds and shook my heart not only in amazement but also in amusement. Talker was such a beautiful girl. She was much bigger than her mates, not only in size but also in age. It looked like she started schooling late, but I still had never asked her the reason. Now, here she was, instead of her to concentrate on going to school, reading her books and passing her exams, she was instead crushing on boys. "Sir, I am waiting." She interrupted my thoughts. "You really want to know?" I asked. "Yes, sir." "All right, a long time ago, while I was still a student, I had this girl that was crushing on me. Actually, we grew up together in the same village. Our parents knew each other. Her mother used to sell fufu. My mother ran a restaurant. So, every now and then, my mother would send me to their house to go buy fufu." "And you went there and instead hustled the small babes?" She laughed. "No, not like that. I was still a kid, and so was she. Whenever I go to their house to buy, she would make sure we play until I would go home late. Many times, I was flogged for coming back home late because of her. Well, I grew up and she too grew up, and one day, I moved to another town to begin secondary school." "That's all?" "No, shut up and listen, my friend." "Okay, sir." For 5 whole years, I didn't see her again and I didn't even care. In fact, she never even crossed my mind. Then, one holiday, I went back to the village to be with my parents. It was a Christmas holiday. On that day, I went to have some fun with my friends, and you won't believe. I saw her again. She had grown very big and beautiful. In fact, she had even grown taller than me. You fell for her immediately, right? She smiled. Not really, she was in the company of one of my friend's elder brothers. So, I figured they were dating and decided to mind my own business. While we were drinking in one popular village bar, a neighbor of mine came along and told me that my mom wanted to see me. Since our village home wasn't far from the bar, I excused myself and went home. When I was coming back, I met my younger sister's friend. Her name Mary. Now, Mary had been crushing on me too for a while. In fact, one day, while she was in the city for holiday, she told me that she almost got run over by a truck because she saw someone that looked like me and started running towards the person. Ha 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 ha. Talker laughed. Sir, you are so funny. So, what happened? Well, she told me that she was going to our house to see my younger sister. I told her not to waste her time because my sister had already gone out with some other friends. So, I proposed that she followed me to where I had been drinking with my friends. She joyfully agreed, and we went back to the bar. Hope nothing happened after that? Talker asked, giving me a sideways glance. Well, the rest of the story cannot be told to you because it contains scenes with violence and strong language and not suitable for listeners younger than 16. Sir, I am 19. She exclaimed. That doesn't change anything. You are still a kid. So, I cannot tell you. I laughed. Well, I give up. So, what happened next? The day passed well and soon, holiday was over, and I went back to school. But something happened that day that I was never to know until the time came. That childhood friend of mine, Precious, as she was called, wasn't happy to see me with another girl. But she kept it to herself. 2 months later, she came to the town where I was schooling and was living in the house of a friend of mine. I went to visit and met her. That was when things started happening, right? No, nothing happened. But before she left, she dropped a love letter with my friend and requested that he gave me. The next day, he gave me the letter, and this is what it read. Ditto. Dear Willard, I am sorry to write to you like this. But I just want to tell you that I was very angry with you on Christmas Day. I couldn't believe that you would hang out with such a low-key of a girl. I felt very bad because I know you to be someone who selects. Anyway, I just want to tell you that I love you so much. If you love me too, please, tell me. Yours lovingly, Precious. Wow! Talker exclaimed. Yes, that was it. We started functioning soon after and we broke up about a year later. Why? That is a story for another day. Okay, sir. Maybe I should just write a letter to my crush too and tell him how I feel. What do you think? She asked. What if he turns you down? That is a possibility too. Oh no, I don't know what to do. At that point, the door opened and her friend, Nadine, walked in and greeted us. Sylvia. For that was Talker's real name. The teacher is going to class. Nadine spoke. Oh. Really? She asked, getting up her seat. Sir, I am coming back after the class. I will come and tell you what I have decided. She ran out of the door and off to class before I could say anything else.